Families and friends, it appears that France want to get in the war because they have now arrested the captain of one of Russia's oil vessels. Yeah, greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. The war might be widening. Let's get prepared for this because France has arrested a captain and first officers of a sanctioned tanker suspected to be operating for Russia. After the Navy boarded the vessel, authorities said on Thursday. Thanks to our Navy commander and our crews of the French Navy, our intervention this weekend on board of the Russia Shadow Fleet tanker currently orchestrating operating and orchestrating delivery. It was anchored off Saint-Nazaire. Prime Minister Sebastien Lecornu wrote on X. Their action contributed to the arrest of 2 members of its crew. British prosecutor Stephen Kellenberg, whose office is handling the investigation into the arrest, said in a statement to 2 of the people in custody identified themselves as ship captain and the first officer. They are accused of failing to provide proof of vessel's nationality and failing to comply with order, and their detention has been extended, he said. Although President Emmanuel Macron has welcomed the probe into the vessel, estimating that Russia Shadow Fleet containing 600 to 1,000 ships, French authorities have been tight-lipped about the investigation. The bureaucracy, which has been sanctioned by Britain and the European Union, left the Russian port in Prinsk on September 20, according to marine traffic data. It was approximately 50 nautical miles south of Copenhagen, heading out of the Baltic Sea, when drone activity forced disclosure of the city airport. The airport around 1830 GMT on September 22, according to the marine traffic data. It was also observed traveling south along Denmark western coast on the evening of September 24th, when drones were reported flying north Esbjerg and near several airports. French and Danish authorities have declined to comment on whether the French probe is related to the drone incursion. The Kremlin said on Wednesday it had no information about the vessels, but added that Russian military had enacted something to restore order when foreign countries had taken what spokesman Dmitry Peskov described as provocative action. So right now, Russia is not too happy. Putin is saying that this is an act of war for the French to arrest and basically intercept their oil rig, and now claiming that they had basically planes inside of it. It's ridiculous. As Putin said that this is an act of war. Now, what do you think should happen? Should Putin strike France? Should Putin strike Europe? Should we just get this war on and over and stop pay-footing around with this? Because it's obvious what's going on. They're trying to move Vladimir Putin out of his position. Europe and America are trying to create a regime change in Russia so America and Europe can get all of Russia's resources. And they're pea-footing around it and using Ukraine as a T-group for soften up Russia, because NATO really feel like them can take Russia. So right now, them are try weaken Russia by dragging out the war for a long run and seeing if there can be a internal crisis where the people would overthrow Vladimir Putin and create a regime change so they could put in a patsy in Russia where they could pillage and plunder the resources of Russia. That's what's really going on, people. So Vladimir Putin is a serious youth, as you see him. Macron is soft, right? He just a flip up and flap up. Because right now, he's on his way out. Leave your comment on this one, ladies and gentlemen, and let me know if you think that this is a provocation from the France or Europe onto Russia, or you think this is fair game. Because when the cheeks are turned, I hope no one complain. More life and more joy and more happiness. Big up yourself. Thanks for listening to the Rastaman. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a subscribe. Give me a follow. Leave your comment. Share it. It's free. Fire,